dude, it's not that hard to have like $30,000-$40,000 months. Once you get a
That's
system down.
that's what I've noticed.
Well, that's what I
That's
mean,
like the
dude.
top 0.001%. Not
That's what I'm
even.
saying.
The program isn't super expensive at all, and it's not like you really could knock it out in a month. So you got to put work in, but it's definitely was helpful and definitely opened new doors for me.
Yo, Sweater, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up?
I
How you
know you've
been?
been doing pretty well, man. I know you've been crushing it with Matas. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, just kind of wanted to hear your story. Wanted to hear, the ins and outs of, how you felt about going through AOS Academy and, what
Mhm.
your results have been like and, what the case is, man. So, yeah, do you want to just jump straight into things?
Yeah. Do you want me to just go off what I learned about it, or do you want to ask me questions about it?
First of all, I want to hear your experience with AOS Academy, man, because obviously, we're trying to bring on more students, obviously show them the ins and outs of the remote high ticket sales industry. So with you, man, how would you say your experience was with AOS Academy? Like, do you feel like it was, thorough enough? Do you feel like you got what you needed out of it?
I definitely do. Yeah. Like any questions I had, you were always there. We always did mock calls. And like now that I am in a position, I feel like everything that I do on a daily basis, I was prepared for. I really do. So yeah, like all the videos you had, walkthroughs, even like up to the introductory video, everything, the application, I feel like it really did help me. And it can help future people for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I'm definitely glad to hear that it worked out, well in your favor, if you will. I mean, in terms of like finding a position, dude, do you feel like it was something that was easy to do, or do you feel like you struggled with finding a position?
I mean, not really. It only took me what, like maybe a
A
week or
week or
two.
two? Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, I really only like DM'd like 10 or 20 people. Well, probably like 10 or 20 people. So it's really not that much.
Okay. Do you feel like having access to the business pipeline like actually helped you find an opportunity, easier than if you were just DMing people?
Definitely, yeah. I mean that is the opportunity I got from the pipeline because I remember you threw Matas in that one day and that's who I got hired by. So
Okay.
and it was only a couple of days later I put in the application and he texted me back.
Cool, dude.
So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I
Def-
guess overall, man, like if you could kind of outline in an overall sense, like how have things been with Matas, with this business owner? Like, are you liking, the job? Is it really what you expected? Like, walk me through it.
yeah, it honestly is pretty much exactly what I expected and kind of what you were explaining on like what this whole thing is. Just like DM people, use all the objection handling things that you told me about. It's really all it is. And like, yeah, it's quite simple, honestly, once
Okay.
you really go through it and start learning and stuff.
For sure, man. I mean, I guess in
I'm
comparison to like,
enjoying it. I'm enjoying
yeah,
it, yeah.
good, dude. I'm definitely glad to hear it. I mean, like, so if we were to kind of compare, dude, like in comparison to, before you got into appointment setting, before you learned the ins and outs of the industry, like, do you feel like your life has changed in any way, or do you feel like new doors have been opened, or do you feel like you're still in like the same spot?
No, I haven't made a ton of money because I just started, obviously. But I feel like it's opened so many new doors for opportunity because there's so much money that can be made in doing this. The program isn't super expensive at all, and it's not like 5 months. Like you really could knock it out in a month. So you got to put work in, but yeah, it definitely is. Definitely was helpful and definitely opened new doors for me.
Okay. Yeah, no, 100%, dude. So, like, with that being said, I mean, yeah, I mean, for you, dude, like, I guess, walk me through it, man. Like, what do you feel like, like, where do you see yourself, a year or two from now? Like, in terms of now that appointment settings in your life, now that you actually have this as an opportunity, like, let's say, you start bringing in those like 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K months, whatever the case is. Like, what do you think would change? What do you think that would, what would that do for you?
Definitely just give me the opportunity to travel places. Um, like I said earlier, you're not stuck on a time schedule. You kind of just send your DMs throughout the day, answer inbound leads and stuff like that. So if I have that money, honestly, that would be life changing. If you want me to be honest, I'd be able to pay off college a lot easier. Um, and with college schedule, like I know with my old job, it wasn't always the easiest to go to work, but in between school classes and stuff with this, honestly, I'm just able to make money in between classes, before class, really whenever I want. So,
100%, dude. I know Tanner was saying Tanner was
yeah,
telling me the other day, dude, he just sends his DMs in class. Like he'll just be sitting in class and he's just working, dude. And I mean, Tanner's making money, so I'm like,
I know.
whatever, dude. I respect it, but
He
Um,
told me he was in a hot tub the other day, and
yeah,
oh, I was like,
yeah,
when we're
dude.
at the gym, sometimes he's like, I got a call going right now. Like we better pull through on this.
For you, dude, I mean, like again, overall, in an overall sense, you do feel like this was actually the right opportunity. You feel like your money was worth it. Like you feel like the
Yeah,
investment was worthwhile.
definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, because like without buying that, I really wouldn't know what I was doing nearly as much, and um, I probably wouldn't have gotten hired
sure.
in most chances. So
Do you
without
feel
this,
like I was a good help, dude?
yeah, no, I really do. Yeah,
Good,
you definitely were
good.
super helpful.
I mean, what does Matas have you doing? Is it like how long does it take you to do?
So I like the count I'm under is called Harsha the Mentor because it's like his program thing.
Sure.
I think Harsha hired Matas.
From what Matas does, he builds class sales teams for B2B agencies. So this guy Harsha probably
Yeah,
reached out to Matas and was like, "Yo, you staff sales
it
teams."
helped me. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's from what I can see. But I mean, even with Harsha, he seems like he's a little bit of a smaller business owner. Yeah, I mean, obviously, dude, worst case as well, like if that opportunity doesn't even work out, I'm constantly putting opportunities in the pipeline. Like
Oh yeah.
I put another one in there today. Grayson Lupus, he does
Oh, I've
something with
heard of
like
him. Yeah.
agencies. Yeah, but he's actively still hiring an appointment setter. So like that's another opportunity. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm constantly putting opportunities in here, dude. So even if something doesn't necessarily work out, like you always have
Yeah.
options. And this is still a lifetime purchase too. So you could always come back and just be like, yo, Colin, having some issues finding an opportunity. Like, can you help me find something else or whatever? And then obviously we can talk from there, dude. But I mean, I was in your shoes 2 years ago, dude. Like I mean, I 19, like didn't know what the hell I want. I mean, obviously I know you're in school for sports management. I don't know exactly what
Yeah.
your goal is, but I had no idea what I wanted to do, dude. And if I didn't get into
No.
sales, I would probably still be at Weiss. Like dead ass. Because I would not know what I wanted to do. I would have found something. I mean, I would have
Yeah.
definitely kept pushing, but it's yeah. I don't know, dude. Sales is definitely where I need to be at. Tell you that much.
Yeah. The good. Thank God you found that.
Yeah. Well, dude, I
That.
guess yeah, that's kind of what I want to know about you, dude. Like, what do you feel
Yeah.
like, what do you let me ask you this question, because I obviously know not everybody has their 20s planned out. And you're 20 now, right? Are
Next
you
month.
are you 19 still?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you intend on doing in your 20s, dude? Like what's kind of your goal?
So I actually have a not a summer job, but like from like April to like October lined up. Because I'm starting there next month. So in the meantime, I've just been doing DoorDash and Instacart,
Oh,
which
okay.
honestly I make more money than Weiss. So, but and I enjoy it more. But I'm
Yeah.
working for the Rail Riders next month,
Oh,
and
hell
that's
yeah.
all the way from then to like till the season's over, and then
Sure.
hopefully by then I'm making good money in this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and then we'll kind of see where I'm at after then.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, dude, is like at least I know for me in my 20s, dude, I just want to be in charge of like I think there's three main facets to what is considered wealth. And I think
Yeah.
that is financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. So being able to have, your finances in order, not having to worry, swiping the card, basically not even having to worry.
Yeah.
Financial or location freedom, being able to work from anywhere, travel wherever you want, do whatever you want, and then time freedom, having every single day be open to whatever you want to do. Like that's what I
Exactly.
consider wealth, dude. Like I mean, you're basically at that point to a certain extent because if you're doing it like DoorDash and Instacart right now, I mean, you could work whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's
That's
not a
what I'm doing.
schedule
Yeah.
on your calendar. You know what like there's not like a schedule that you have to follow. And then obviously if this works out, then it's like sure you obviously send DMs throughout the day, but there's another additional income stream. So
Exactly.
like I mean again, dude, I don't know what your intentions are. Like what do you plan on doing with like your college degree and stuff? Like do you want to get into sports management? Like what's kind of your goal there?
Probably that, unless like this really takes off and I end up making a lot and then I end up like doing my own thing or whatever. But honestly, I have no idea. For now, it's probably gonna go the sports route.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like if I end up making like a lot of money with this and I get like another good opportunity or whatever, or like
Mhm.
I end up doing what you're doing, then maybe I'll reconsider. But
Dude, it's not that hard to have like 30, $40,000 months once you get a system down.
that's what I've noticed. Every single page
Yeah.
I click on, they're like, "Oh, just made my first 50,000 a month." Like that is not normal at
Yeah.
all.
Well, that's what I
That's
mean,
like the
dude.
top 0.001%. Not
That's what I'm
even.
saying. And that's my thing, dude. Like it took me a while to realize that it's not that hard to hit like substantial numbers like that in a given month. You just got to run a business, dude. I'm serious. Run a business or pick up a high income skill and you genuinely can start making like 10 to 50K a month. Like it's not even a joke. And I think
So
it's so fucking wild that that's the case. But um, I wish there wasn't so much skepticism around it, dude, because this,
really is
well, it's
like
just this. Go ahead. My fault.
like when I first bought this, my
Yeah.
mom was so skeptical about it. And I was like, okay, like you can say that. And then like we got in an argument one day, not even about that, about something else. And then she was like, I sent the video to your sister and she said it was a scam. And I'm like, she doesn't know anything about it. Like,
Yeah.
how can you say that?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people said I got scammed, dude. Like,
I know.
I don't think I got scammed at all, dude.
I might have been one of those people. I don't remember. I think it was just
I
because I didn't
mean,
like
let
them.
me put it
I
this
think
way,
that's
dude.
what it was.
I think there's a lot of shit that you and I both said about each other that we don't
Yeah.
necessarily
I think it
like.
was just because we didn't like each other. I
Yeah,
knew nothing about what you did, not a single
right.
thing about
Well, and I
you.
think a lot of people were in that exact same boat, dude. And
Yeah.
like, again, dude, I definitely wish there wasn't so much skepticism around the industry because, well, it just sucks, dude. Because info sellers are like, I don't know. It's tricky, dude. Because there's also there's some douchebags out there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I can
And there's
imagine.
there's people who like don't necessarily are not going to help you. They're going to be on the call with you and then they're going to say, all right, Joe, we've just processed a $5,000 payment. See you later. And then they'll give you all the stuff you need and you do it on your own. And it's like, I don't know, dude, that's so disingenuous, you know? And
Yeah.
I
I
would
couldn't
much
be proud
rather,
of my money that way. Like,
yeah, yeah, dude, that's a huge mission that I have with this too, is like, I would rather be able to say, look, like I'm here to help people because I want to see them succeed. You know what I mean? And I want to see results for you, dude. Obviously, we haven't had the best past or whatever, but I don't look at it that way. It's this is more of like all my relationships are on a very professional level now. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I don't look back at a lot of that stuff. So
No.
that's what I mean, dude. I want you to succeed. I obviously want everybody in here to succeed in some way, shape, or form. Like that guy, I don't know if you know any of the people in the program, but that guy, yeah, he's a recovering addict, dude. Like he's
Oh, wow.
literally, yeah, like he just got out of rehab, dude, and he's just trying to make a better life for himself. And I'm like, yeah, I would like to help you if I can. And he just got a job. Like, so I'm
Oh,
like,
did he?
yeah, yeah, he's just doing
Wow.
like a door-to-door thing. But um dude, I helped him get it because the guy saw the certificate. He got an appointment setting job, but he does door knocking and he sets appointments door knocking. Like he'll door
Oh,
knock, have a conversation with the individual, get an appointment set, and then have somebody will come out to that person's house. Does that make sense? Like he knocks doors and then sets the appointment and then gets commission off of every person that ends up buying. But the reason he said he got the appointment was because I slid him over the certificate about appointment setting and the guy liked it. And that's my point, dude. Is if I can help that guy get a job with just a piece of paper, like I'm happy, dude. I feel so much better doing this shit than I did any other company I ever sold for.
oh, definitely. I hope
Yeah,
he does good in that. Jesus,
yeah,
that's
100%,
crazy.
dude. Well, I mean, there's a dude. Sales is such a wild industry because there's a lot of growth potential in it. Like I said, I mean, when I started working for Abdul, I was DM closing, so I was basically doing what you were doing in a way. But I was basically DM closing. I wasn't setting appointments. I was closing that person on the DMs, like having a conversation with them, sending voice messages back and forth, sending over a $2,000 invoice, and then processing that $2,000 invoice over DMs, which I cannot begin to tell you how unbelievably difficult that shit is. Credibility
Really?
wise, people will not believe you. I'm telling you. To process a
Really?
to send over a $2,000 invoice, dude, would you pay a $2,000 invoice if you got sent it by
Was that
somebody?
like before they like talked to you on Zoom or anything like that? Was like just
Yeah. Yes. That's what I mean, dude. Have a
I would
conversation.
never.
Nobody would. That's what I mean. It was really tough to close people like that. But then we start taking calls and then shit changed quite a bit. But yeah, I started with that and then I became a triager and I was triaging the leads. Abdul was closing them. Then I became a closer. Like there's a lot of growth potential in this industry, dude. So if you get like real chummy with this guy, whatever his name is, I can't remember.
Matas or Harsha?
Either one. You get real chummy with them, dude. I'm telling you, you could probably level up with them.
That's the thing. I don't talk to. I've only talked to Harsha maybe 2 3 times. But like Matas, I talk to every. We do a Zoom meeting like this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Like we talk about music, like stuff like that. Like he's actually like
Where's he from?
he's from Lithuania, but now he lives in England with his girlfriend.
Interesting. So does he have like an accent too?
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah. He's
dope, dude.
full British accent. He's
Hell yeah.
hilarious.
No, dude, it's really cool though because you can meet a lot of really cool people doing this
That's
thing
yeah,
too. Like, I mean, especially like again, getting into the modern SDR, dude, that's when I've really started building up my network because I didn't know like anybody online. You know what I mean? And now I know people all over the place. I know people in England, I know people in Florida, I know people in California. Like it's just you meet so many
yeah,
people doing this shit, dude. It's such a good thing because Joe, if you ever decide to like go in your own way in any way, shape, or form, like open a business of your own, do something online, like now you have people to potentially help you out. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So like I
Yeah,
can't tell you how many times I sit here and grill Abdul about like marketing questions. I'm like, yo, dude, like I have this ad that's not working. Like he'll just like he just answers me. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, dude, in this case, like, you know, we were very much so, I don't know, we did speak. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
but now because of like how do I put it? We kind of repaired that relationship, dude, and now we're keeping it at a professional level. Like who knows where we can come in, you know, like who knows where this relationship can come in handy in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
if you're running a business, dude, and you're like, yo, Colin, how do I do this, dude? Like, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting here on an interview with me because this is gonna help my business. Like it's just
That's why I wanted to do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
exactly, dude. It's like I don't know. That's the best way I could put it, dude. Is that your network is your net worth? That's what they say. The more people you know, the better you can be. So
Oh, well, this was just because like I don't know, I want some money, I guess. But Matas, he was like when we first called, he's like, I give out good bonuses. Do you know what I'm gonna get in it? Like, is that like do you know anything about like
yeah.
how they give
So
bonuses out?
yeah, so I mean, again, depends on the company. These were a bonus, dude. These were a bonus from Abdul. Like I
Really?
got, yeah. So it was, I don't know when it was, maybe like around Christmas time in 2023. Abdul was, oh no, yeah, maybe like November or December. He was like, "Yo, dude," he's like, he's like, "You gotta get some better headphones." And I was like, "Oh shit, dude, really?" And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah." He's like, on the Zoom meetings, like the gaming headphones aren't really working out too well, man. Like they're not very, they don't look professional. And
Uh,
I was like, I'm sorry, man. They're like the only headphones I have for these calls. And he's like, well, he goes, send me over like a pair of headphones you would want to get on Amazon. And he's like, and I'll shoot you over the money for him. And I'm like, all right. So here's me sending him like $20 pairs of headphones, dude.
yeah.
And he's like,
You
what do you think
bought
about he's like, what do you think about AirPod Maxes? And I'm like, dude, they're like $500. And he goes, here you go. And dude, I swear to God, he just shoots me over $500 and I went and bought AirPod Maxes. But that's what I'm saying. Like those are bonuses, dude. So don't be afraid to ask him either. Like if you have an appointment with him or whatever, meeting with him every week, just be like, yo, Matas, I know you mentioned bonuses. Like, how does that system work, dude? And I'm sure he'll break it down for you.
I definitely want to get some people like book not booked, but get some people close first before I ask for anything like that.
Well,
So
no, I understand, dude. I definitely understand. You like kiss his ass a
they
little
tell
bit
me,
first.
yeah. I mean, they tell me like all the time, like you're crushing it. Cause like I was on a good stretch where I was booking like I booked like one call every day for like a couple days.
Yeah,
And like he loves that he told me like that like my the because he said that he appointment set top like over 200 people. He said like I came in like really well prepared, like a lot more than most people did. So yeah.
100%. Well,
Mhm.
that's exactly my point, dude. Is that's what that certification does because nine out of every 10 people, basically, dude, like get into appointment setting have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most people won't go through any sort of training. So they say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna be an appointment setter today. Like, and they watch some videos on YouTube or whatever, and then they go reach out to these companies and they're like,
That's what I
hey,
did.
well, right. But my point is they'll never get hired, dude, because no, like every company that looks at them, maybe they hop on an interview, that person knows nothing. They know absolutely nothing about what they're doing. They watched 5 YouTube videos and they think they're an appointment setter now. You know what I'm saying? And not that it's that complicated, but there's definitely a lot more that goes into it than you think, like
Yeah.
KPIs and company expectations and, a CRM and, what do you have to hit? What are your numbers? Like just different things like that. And it's good to kind of have a baseline level of knowledge of those things. So then when you do go into a company and you have some level of like proof that says, hey, I'm certified or I underwent this type of training, that's going to really play out in your favor. So if you'd like to learn more about remote high ticket sales and how every day normal people are using this one in-demand skill set to absolutely print cash every single month online in a new $500 billion a year industry, click the button below on this page to fill out an application and book a call with us to see how you can learn the one skill set that helped me make $950 in a single day at 20 years old. Or here, when I made $600 in commission payments before I was even out of bed in the morning. We'll set up a proper game plan, ultimately formulating the best route of success for you. And let me explain something else as well. When we book this first call, in no way, shape, or form is there going to be any sort of purchasing going on. So, so don't worry, okay? We will never try to sell you the program on our first call. We just mainly want to see if this program is truly going to be a good fit for the both of us. So before you get your panties in a twist, there's no hard selling or pressure on these calls. In fact, it's not out of the ordinary for us to actually like turn people away because we don't see them as a good fit. So we'll only ever present you with an offer if we truly feel like this would be a good fit for the both of us. And if there is an alignment between what we offer and what you ultimately need, we'll set up a final meeting to show you the next steps and get to work. So click the button below on this page to book in a call with us, and we will see you soon.